Salvete discipuli. Ego sum magister Carroll. Today's vocab video is going to be focused on stage 27 in Castris, the Cambridge Latin Course 5th edition. Our first word is ardeo. Ardeo is an adverb that means so much or so greatly. And it's one of those indicator words or those key words that you see before the ut that starts a result clause. So our example sentence, Domitianus barbaros ardeo timit ut omnes pugnaret. So Domitian so greatly feared the barbarians that he fought them all. Antea is our next word, another adverb that means before. It is the antonym of post, which means after. So our sentence, Agricola milites salutat antea sedit. So Agricola greets the soldiers before he sits. Appario, appare, apparui is our next vocab word. It is a second conjugation verb that means to appear. We get the word apparition from it, something that appears, a ghost. Agricola and Castris apparuit. Agricola appeared in the camp. Our next word is ardeo, ardere, arsi. This is a second conjugation verb that means to burn or to be on fire. Now it's synonyms with the other verb in this chapter, incendo. And we get the word ardent, someone who is like an ardent supporter is a fiery supporter. But we also get the word arson. If you look at the stem of the third principal part, ars, that's the start of arson. So our example sentence, horeum ardit, the barn is on fire. Comes comites is our next word. It is a third declension masculine / feminine noun. It'll depend on the group of people that's there, to give the gender. It means comrade or companion. Eventually in English, we get the word count from it. So in our story, Modestus and Strithio, they are comites. So they are, right now, they're comites fugerant. The companions flee or run away. Gaudeo, gaudere is our next word. It is a second conjugation verb, and notice there is no third principal part or fourth principal part. It just has two forms. It means to be pleased or to rejoice. So homines gaudent, the people rejoice here. They just heard that school was canceled. Ignatus aum is our next word. It is a 2-1-2 adjective, meaning not knowing or unaware. So the puella ignara cadet. So the unaware girl fell. Impero, imperare, imperavi is a first conjugation verb that means to order or command. All right. We see it at the start of a lot of indirect commands in Latin. And obviously it's related to the word in Latin imperium, power, or like power over the army. When you have power over the army, you are commanding the army. And obviously with the whole idea, again, with the whole idea of commands, impero, imperare, imperavi is related to the English word imperative, which we use in our Latin class to describe the words that are giving commands. So our example sentence is vir cani imperat, ut canis sederet. So the man orders the dog so that the dog sits. Incendo, incendere, incendi, incensus is a third conjugation verb meaning to burn, but specifically to set on fire. All right. So you incended the birthday candles. Right. But then when you walk out into the room, the birthday candles can be incended still, but they might be also ardent. And obviously, like I said before, it's synonymous with ardeo. So barbarus horeum incendit. The barbarian set the barn on fire. Our next word is insidii, insidiarum. It is a first declension feminine noun that is almost always plural. It means trap or ambush, and we get the word insidious from it. So our Latin example sentence is Admiralis Akbar exclamat, Ea sunt insidiae. I'll let you guys translate that one on your own. Usum usi is our next word. It is a second declension neuter noun, right? And it means order. and it's related to the word eubeo. If you look, eubeo has a very similar fourth principal part. So tribunus militi iusum dedit. So the tribune gave an order to the soldier. Our next word is manus manus. It is a fourth declension feminine noun. That means we've seen this one before as a hand, but it also can mean a band of soldiers. And when you think about it, a manus, like a handful of soldiers, it kind of, you can see how the Romans are kind of thinking about it. So the title of this TV show would have been Manus fratorum, band of brothers. Nokeo nokere nokui is a second conjugation verb that means to hurt. So the filius capiti nocuit. So the son hurt his head. And you'll notice capiti is not a regular dative. This is one of those weird plus dative verbs. That means it doesn't like having it an accusative direct object, and instead it likes having a dative one. Praecaps, 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 and its genitive form changing to praeciptus, is a third declension adjective that means headlong. All right. So you kind of put your head down and you charge. You see this happening on football fields all the time. It also can, happen in the arena here with our sentence, Tarus praecaps currit. So the bull ran headlong. Premium primi is a second declension neuter noun that means prize or reward. So the corona civica est premium, the civic crown, is a reward. You can see this emperor here wearing one. This Emperor Augustus, excuse me. Proximus a is our next word. So it's a 2-1-2 adjective, and it means the nearest. And we get the word proximity from it. So horeum proximum arit, the nearest barn is burning. Qualis, qualis, quale is a third declension adjective, but it can also introduce questions, and it translates as what sort of. We see the English word qualify because you're trying to justify what sort of thing is going on. So qualis est haec vita. What sort of life is this? Sub, we've seen this one before. It's related to a lot in English. Submarine, subterranean, subalpine, and it always means under or beneath. But the difference now is we can sometimes see it with ablatives and sometimes with accusatives. All right. When it's with an accusative, it's showing us where someone is going into, and when it's an ablative, it's showing us where someone already is. So Modestus praecaps sub horeum fugit. Modestus flees headlong under the barn. So it's showing a movement there. But if he was already in the barn, like in our image here, it would be Modestus as sub horeum, or horeo, excuse me. Our next word is tacitus tacitatum. It is a 2-1-2 adjective that means silent. Again, related to tachio. If you look at the fourth principal part of tachio, it's very similar to this. So vir tacitus cuniculum agitat. So the quiet man hunts the rabbit. And now we have tantus, tanta, tantum. It is a 2-1-2 adjective that means so great or such a great. And this is another indicator word. So a word that comes before the ut of the result clause. So tantus erat clamor ut milites legatum non auderet. So great was the clamor that the soldiers did not hear the legate or the general. And that's it for today's video. As always, if you have comments or questions, feel free to ask them either in class or in the comments below. Gratias vobis ago for watching my video, and walete until next time.